guys, welcome back to my channel. The last look from this Game of Thrones palette. I don't know how I'm feeling about it. It's kind of sad. But I created this look today for you guys. I thought of doing just something very warm toned, and I like the way that it turned out. I hope you guys do too. And if you guys want to see how I created it, then just keep on watching. And guys, don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button below and comment below your favorite look. I will also link down below all the other 2 looks that I created using this palette. So before we get started in today's tutorial, I wanted to talk to you guys about a new product that I received. This right here is the Paula's Choice new Power Berry Serum. And let me just tell you, the first thing that I loved about this product is it's pink. Which is really cool. And it's actually, the reason why it's pink is because of the berries that are in this guy. So that's what's so cool about this, is it's very unique. It has blueberries, acai berry, raspberry, goji berry. So there's other berries in there, but these are the ones that are the most potent in antioxidants and give the benefits to the skin. So one of the things that I've just noticed personally happening to my own skin is the brightening effect, of course, but also the conditioning. So I suffer from inflammation and redness, and I think I talked to you guys a lot about that. And a lot of that is hormones and allergies, as well as the environment. So finding a product that is going to help combat all of that is really important to me. I'm so glad that I've been able to incorporate this in my skincare. And the way that I use this is after my exfoliant. I apply this, maybe about 2 to 3 drops, and then just rub it into the skin, and it's very fluid-like, so it absorbs fairly quickly into the skin. The smoothness of and the texture just feels better. It doesn't feel so irritated. And so I have been really happy to, using this product and then just using it at night. I did try using it during the day, but as you guys know, I love my pore purifier, so I tend to use the pore purifier in the morning time, and then I use the Power Berry Serum at night. I would totally check this guy out. Again, you do want products that are full of antioxidants, so it helps fight against the free radicals in the air and environment, because that's what's going to help prevent aging. It's going to prevent damage. It's going to prevent irritation, like what I was saying about the inflammation in my own skin. So anything that's going to do that. And if you guys are looking for, quote, natural product, here's your guy. So I went ahead and already applied my base for my eyelids as well as my brows, and I've already started with this shade called House Lannister in the palette. And as you can see, I've already done this side, so now I'm just kind of working on this side, and I am pulling it out towards the temple area because I want it to be like a wing. So just working the shadow into the crease and then just kind of adding more until I'm happy with how the depth of the shade is. The next shade in the palette that I'm going to go in with is this shade called Lannister Red. It's just a really nice, like, reddish brown shade. So I want to go ahead and just add this. And I think what I'm going to do today, is I still want to do a halo, but I kind of want it to be a little bit more almondish. So we'll go ahead and just start packing this shade right in this outer corner. I mean, it's still gonna be somewhat rounded, but I like the way that it looks when it's winged out that way on my eye shape. So as you can see, I'm just packing on the shade. I'm going to do that also to this other side here. Like that. Until I'm kind of happy with where we're at. I'm also going to do that same shade in the inner corner of the eye to start the halo eye effect. And I'm actually going to go, I want this to be packed on pretty well. I love this shade. So see how it's kind of going like in an angular look here as opposed to more rounded. I just want my eyes to look a little bit more. Now I am going to take the black shade right here, and I'm going to use a very small pencil brush like this, and I'm going to go ahead and just deepen out the outer V a little bit. I'll do the same thing as well to the inner part of my eye. I'm sorry if my lighting isn't that great. You know, I wanted to use natural lighting, so this is all from outside, because that way you get more of the idea as to the true colors of these. And although this has a little bit of shimmer flecks in there, I don't particularly find that it's an issue when using it to smoke the eye out, because it's not really that apparent. Okay guys, and then I'm going to go ahead and add it to the inner corner like that. See how it's just kind of deepening it a little bit? I do want to cut the crease, so I am going to use today the MAC Cosmetics paint pot in the shade Soft Ochre, and that's what it looks like. This is just a shade that I really like. I think they have Painterly as well that you could probably use to cut the crease, but this one ended up just being one that I picked up, and I like it. Going a little high on the cut so that we can put some beautiful shimmer shades to that. I am going to go ahead and use my Fix Plus and spray the synthetic brush, because I do want this shimmer shade to really be pigmented. So I'm going to use the shade the Red Keep, which is a beautiful goldy bronzy shade that I don't think I have anything in my collection that's similar to that. Not that I know of anyway. And I'm going to first apply it with my finger just to get it started. And then we're going to go ahead and take the synthetic brush and then pack on the color. Like that. See how it's looking? I really like that, the way that the Fix Plus really creates this eyeshadow to really look, I don't know, just metallic looking, but also wet looking. I'm just doing it to the other side now. I first want to do a couple things to the eyeshadow, so I'm going to take a tapered brush like this, and then I'm just going to dip into Lannister Red, and I'm just going to lightly attach it so that it brings the cut crease more apparent. Like that. This one needs a little more love here. And I think what I'll also do is go ahead and add a little bit of Take the Black. We're going to just kind of wing this out a little bit more. Just basically reapplying everything just to make sure everything isn't getting lost. And still everybody looks blended. Let's see, I want to also take this shade Nymeria, and what I'm going to do is just taking the same brush, I'm just going to kind of add it in this area to the outer part of the cut crease. Because I don't want it to look from like shimmer to matte so quickly. I want like there to be like a gradient effect almost. Just very lightly like that. So now just taking the shade King's Landing, I'm actually going to add it to the center of the eye here. So what that's going to do is it's going to bring attention to the center of the eye, but it also gives you more of a three-dimensional look, which I really like. I'm going to have to blend that, of course, but just applying it like that. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and do my base off camera, and then I will be right back. All right, guys, let's finish up the eye look. I know I look a little crazy right now because I have my contour on. Everything will definitely be melding together in a bit. Okay, so the first shade in the palette I'm going to use for my lower lash line is House Lannister. I just want to put an eyeshadow shade down, some kind of base, you know, so that way the shadows have something to kind of grab onto as well. And since this is the first shade that I used in the palette, it makes sense to use it on the lower lash line. I am going to go kind of low with this because I still want it to be apparent and visible. I don't want it to get lost. So that's the first step. So I have this shade by Urban Decay, the 24/7 Glide On Eye Pencil in the shade Lucky, and what it looks like is like a coppery shade. So I actually want to go along the waterline to, actually it's like right on the outer part of that waterline right here, because and these are very, very creamy, by the way, so you have to be kind of careful. It's going to basically act like a base for one of the shades that I am going to be using. So now I'm going to go in with the shade Lannister Red, and I'm going to go ahead and add it to the outer and inner corner part of my eye first. And now just going in with the shade Take the Black. It's basically everything that I did on top, I am doing now to the bottom. And I did attach the black shade to the outer wing. And to the inner part of the eye. I'm not going to go too far in because I'm going to add a some kind of highlight in the center there of my eye. So now just taking this shade, the Red Keep, which was the bronzy shade that I used. This is what I wanted to add to the center, which is why I added that liner to act as a base. So it's looking like that. And I'm using my finger, as you guys can see. Okay, and then just taking the shade King's Landing, I'm going to go ahead and just pop that, all right, on top of Red keep, just to give it a little bit of that dimension. Like that. Now I want to go ahead and set my face now just to kind of help with the powder flex on my skin. So I am using the Hangover Setting Spray by Too Faced to do that. And just kind of let everything kind of meld together, and then I'm going to just finish this look up. I wish I would have gotten the eyeliners. The gold one would have been a good shade to get, but I didn't, so I'm tempted. I'm actually going to test this out. So I'm using, this is Yayo by Urban Decay, and I'm going to actually go in with King's Landing. I just want to see if that'll help brighten up that King's Landing inner corner shade. So that's kind of what I want to do in this inner corner, because I want it to really stand out. And this is what I would have done if I had the gold shade, but I don't. So just add a little bit of white, and this is going to act like a base for that shade. I hope I didn't make a mistake doing this, but we're gonna do it. Okay, I'm gonna take a pencil brush, taking King's Landing. Oh, that's not bad. Okay, good. I was worried. You never know with makeup, you know? You have an idea and you just never know if it's gonna work out, but if it doesn't work out, you know, you can always wash it off, and then you're like, oh, I did all that work. So I went ahead and already did my mascara, so now I'm going to go ahead and pop on my lashes, and then I'll be right back. Okay, so I got my lashes on. So the lashes that I used today were by IconaLashes, and they are in the style About Last Night. So let's finish up the face. So I think for blush today, I'm going to be using the MAC Cosmetics Sheer Tone Shimmer Blush in the shade Peach Twist. I love this shade so much because it leans like on a warmer side. And yes, it looks a little bit on the darker side, but on my skin, it's actually not. So let me go ahead and blush my face. And I am going up a little bit high as well for that blush. Just want everything to look very glowy and put together and not so, I'm so pale right now. I think I'm also going to add a little bit to the nose just to kind of give it a little bit of glow because I'm looking so white in this area. Before I go in with highlight, because I like to use this particular highlight when my skin is a little bit on the damp side, is I'm going to go in with this Dewy set by Anastasia Beverly Hills. This is just going to give my skin a little bit more of a dewiness to the appearance, because I feel like I look a little bit too matte and I don't like that. So this is just going to add a little bit of dewiness again back into the skin. While my skin's a little bit damp, I'm going to go in with the AMREZY highlighter. I love this highlight so much. And at first when I swatched it, I wasn't too happy with it. I didn't like it on myself, but I do like it when it is applied wet. And I like it too because it's not so blinding, and a lot of times I don't want to be over blinding. I mean, for nighttime that's a different story, but during the day, for me anyway, I just wanted something like glowy, and this is perfect for that. Now before I finish up the look, I have to share this with you guys. This is the Fenty Beauty's Trophy Wife Body Lava, and I have to tell you, I am a huge fan. So if you're wearing like a shirt like this where you're showing your décolleté, God, I'm so pale. Sorry guys. I would highly recommend using a glow like this. Now, I don't have the actual kabuki brush that they recommend. I have only this one. So, but I'm just going to show you, just for demonstration purposes, how it glows on the skin. I'll just do this half. But I really, really love this stuff. And yeah, the biggest complaint that a lot of the beauty influencers in the community don't particularly like about it is that it's a little sticky. But I can tell you, it does fade over a certain amount of time if you're okay with that. Now for me, I just really love that there was like a little bit of a, it's not like a strong fragrance, it's more like a vanilla fragrance, and I like that. Some of the glowing products, illuminators for the body, are a little too fragrant for me. So, and who doesn't love Riri? I love Riri. But it just gives like a little bit of a, like a wet, like iridescence to the skin. So if you have like a nice cute little summer dress, you know, once I'm tan, this will really like stand out. But it's still like, I just like that look. So just wanted to add that. Well guys, here is the final look. For the lipstick today, I used the shade Fuel. This is by Urban Decay as well. This is a cream texture lipstick, and I lined it with the shade Insanity. This is, if you guys follow me, you guys know that I don't own a lot of lip liners, but their lip liners are really, really good. And so this is what the shade Fuel looks like, and I do use this one quite a bit. And so, but yeah, this is the final look. I'm kind of sad because it's like the last episode, the last look. However, if you guys are interested, please sound off below. I'd be happy to do a look maybe using some of these shades here. I haven't used the green shade yet, and I've been kind of wanting to do that. If you guys are interested, then I will be happy to do another look using the Game of Thrones palette. But I hope you guys enjoyed today's video, and don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. See ya.